So Third Strike to me is the greatest video game ever made. I say that full well knowing that it's taken 14 years of my life.
Again, folks, do not change your sets. It is Third Strike. This is Third Strike. You are here. Thank you so much. Let's go.
There's no other game that just, makes me feel the way that Third Strike does.
It's a masterpiece. Every element of the game is so artfully crafted. The parry system is so unique.
Oh, dark shot again.
Dark shot super.
2-2.
With things like the Jazzy Circuit, forcing everyone to compete, it's forcing everyone to level up. And American Third Strike is at an all-time high right now, I believe, as far as skill goes, because everyone is grinding, they're all training.
The game in general, like the characters, the way they look, the music, everything was so swag out about the game.
Third Strike is one of the most well-developed games, despite all its flaws.
Very good jump out, but
he'll take that
he gets
throw.
Caught. Wow, goes the opposite way and still recovers fast enough.
Looking for that magic opening. One more throw. Set position. 1, 2, 3.
No EX right there.
Oh my God, the back throw. Oh, he baited it.
What?
What? How did it hit that close?
Did he dive kick?
No, he didn't hit anything.
I have been playing Third Strike since 1999.
Me and my buddies illegally downloaded a Dreamcast version on a CDR disc.
I was at my arcade and Henry Sen installed Third Strike in the arcade. So there was a huge amount of people wanting to play it.
Street Fighter III Third Strike, the penultimate release of Street Fighter III, is old enough to drink in most countries. The game has crossed continents and oceans, created moments of immortality, and lived on through the chaos and evolution of the modern fighting game industry.
Like, we have a ton of new players, and I think it's fairly easy to get into the game, especially with characters like Alex, Yuri, and Yun. The combo system, especially compared to other titles like CVS2 and ST, is not that difficult, but there's still that difficulty in it that makes learning combos rewarding. Like, those little breakthroughs make it easier for players to continue playing and to have fun with the game.
It's difficult, it's rewarding, it has all those things that'll keep it going for a long time.
To a dedicated core of passionate players who have carried its torch all this time, Third Strike got it right. It is so deep and challenging that 2 decades of competition have yet to reveal any limit to what a player can accomplish in it.
No other form of expression allows me to destroy someone's soul while also getting better and better at a skill set that has endless potential for growth. So no matter how good I get, there's always going to be someone better than me, and there's always going to be someone better than him, and always someone better than him. And even at the highest levels, your Nukis, your Deshkens, your Kurotas, they aren't perfect. They make mistakes. And
going to training mode is exciting in Third Strike for that reason, because you can never be 100% perfect in this game.
You're not limited by anything. You're only limited by your skill and knowledge.
I think it's spoiled me, and I think it's ruined every other fighting game for me ever since, because I haven't been able to play any other game with that kind of vigor.
So Third Strike is known as the Street Fighter that has parry. When people first start playing 3S, myself included, parry is the coolest thing in the world. I got into this game in 2005, 2006 after the Daigo parry. All I wanted to do was parry. I think all of us start with the guest parry mentality. A lot of video games you can reach a point where you're about as good as you can get. With Third Strike, because of the parry mechanic, you could essentially become unbeatable.
I can play Ken one completely different style from somebody else and still be just as effective, and that has to do with the parry system. You're able to deal with multiple situations in creative ways. It makes bad characters a little bit better. If you know what your opponent's gonna do, you don't need a really fast move in order to beat them. You can just parry their attack.
Today, the gaming world has access to tools with which to train, stream, and organize events around games that no one could have dreamed of in the halcyon arcade days of 1999. Third Strike is one of many games to have resurfaced and found new life with the changing of times.
But I definitely think that there's been a renewed interest, and not just in Third Strike, but a lot of the other retro games.
So if anyone has been playing this game for any amount of time, you know that it's died and been reborn 1,000 times. It was reborn in 2011 after Street Fighter Online Edition came out, then it died.
The reason for, I guess, a revival of sorts is probably in no small part due to 30th anniversary coming out. You kind of have to keep it on current consoles. It needs to be accessible. You can't just expect everyone to play on Fightcade.
I think the Jazzy Circuit and people streaming a lot more often has like directly impacted people's excitement towards the game.
It has never been easier to pick up a game, find someone who can help you, and an event to test your skills at. With the launch of Jazzy Circuit, the Third Strike community is as poised to seize on this opportunity as any game out there.
The Jazzy Circuit is a tournament series that myself and some other dedicated Third Strike players decided to put on. You know, for the last 10 years or so, Third Strike hasn't, there's been a lot of players, but we haven't really had a lot of consistent tournaments.
We've got over 160 competitors for Defend the North, which is the largest Third Strike tournament that I know of in like at least the last maybe 8 or 9 years.
The Jazzy Circuit and Mutant XP have been an enormous benefit to the scene, not only in New York City, but across the country, because for the first time, we have the ability to see a nationwide tour, similar to the Capcom Cup, where players who are dedicating themselves are able to rank up and prove that they belong. And now we have over 150, 160 players, some of the best players in America, which the winner of is essentially the national champion of the United States. It's got far and away the best players in the country. And if you're able to win that thing, you get a dope-ass belt, and you have the title of champion, and there's really no one who can say that you aren't the best.
Mutant XP, he's been really trying to make this Jazzy Circuit really awesome. Having a community circuit, you can see like there's passion behind it. Hard work, passion, their own sweat, your own money being like put into it.
Anthony has done a lot of work on his own, and he deserves so much credit for making this happen. I'm so happy to see the results of it here today.
We got players from all over the country, and the response has been so great that we decided to do it again next year.
Between the Jazzy Circuit and people's willingness to like pick up the game and the excitement that's been generated over the past year, it means the world to me, definitely. I'm fortunate enough to have a place like Next Level where we can play, downstairs on head-to-head cabs and basically have the best hardware to prepare to go to Japan.
The scene is alive again, and I talk to players who've been in the New York scene for 20 years, and they tell me that the way that it functions now, with all the new blood, with all the old heads coming out, it's really exciting, and it's the best it's been in years.
Like, there's so many big Third Strike tournaments, a lot of entrants, people are trying to get better again, people are trying to get good again, so it's nice.
Like, I feel personally for the first time that I have a purpose in playing this game since 2013, I think, when the last anniversary tournament happened.
My goal the day that the Jazzy Circuit was announced was to get into the finals by any means necessary.
Jazzy Circuit is easily the biggest congregation of American Third Strike players in the new era, and the competition in Top 16 is stiff.
You have unbelievable players from all walks of life all across the country.
You've got guys from Japan like Let Blood Run.
OG American Third Strike giant Justin Wong.
It's like Nika KO. I would say he's probably the best in New York City. Playing him would be pretty awesome.
You have Yuki Spencer, two-time yo-yo world champion. Guy has more game knowledge than almost anybody on the planet.
Old people like KO Fiend as well, because I used to play him in Third Strike tournaments back in like 2007, 2008.
You have 5-Star, who's been the best Ken in the United States basically for the entirety of the game, and they're all coming together in New York to try to find out who the best is. And after a year-long tournament series, we have the opportunity now to find out.
The finale lineup features a lot of familiar, old-school faces, but it also features promising new blood.
My name is Dan. I'm a Urian player, and my tag is Dr. SteelHammer, also known as Dude So High, Soapy Donuts, and Kuroda Daigo. So I started competing about a year ago, almost to the day. I've been playing this game for like 14 years, but I was an online warrior. When 30th Anniversary came out, I bought an arcade stick, I grinded every day, and in my first year of playing on cab, my first year playing on stick, and my first year maining Urian, I was able to win a couple tournaments and qualify for the 16-man National Invitational. So
he's like, I don't even know how the hell he did it, but he's improved so much since that like ECT, and it shows because he qualified like for the Jazzy Finale.
So I play Urian because he gets a lot of respect from mid to low level players. They assume that because I'm a Urian, I'm like super godlike, like RX, and like, oh man, you're fighting the army of Chuns and Kens and Yuns. In actuality, Urian's just a total scumbag, and every high level player knows that I'm trying to find a way to not play the game and force you to just deal with endless bullshit. So you get all of the unnecessary credit and respect of playing like 12, but you also get to play a completely broken character that essentially takes 80% of the skill out and can turn the game into a series of coin flips.
And if you play so often and you have that attitude that you're gonna ask questions and you're not gonna, let your ego hold you back from like learning from whoever it is that you can learn from, all you can do is improve.
But what really separates me isn't natural skill. It's not game knowledge. I play this game a lot, and I watch this game a lot, and I ask a lot of questions. And my intention isn't necessarily to become the best player in the country. It's to become the best player that I can be. The big tournament coming up next week, Defend the North, it's scary. Like I qualified, but there's this like imposter syndrome. There's this feeling like, oh man, I'm not really that good, and like, oh, I got to play against Justin Wong, or I got to play against Frankie or Nika maybe. Like, it's scary, but being able to face it head on and prove to myself that like I do belong here and that I am good enough, it makes the journey worthwhile.
Steel's name is called for the first match of the top 16 finale.
But I've been told that 5-star is afraid of no Urian whatsoever.
No,
SteelHammer has been in the dojo, though.
He has been, okay.
He's been in that dojo.
Good.
There we
Here
go.
we go, and we're off! Here we go, folks. There we go.
The feeling of being in the moment, playing against players that are oftentimes better than you or more experienced than you, or they pull the best out of me. The feeling of having to get in front of potentially thousands of people on stream and put it all out there with all your friends and your training partners watching, it's really stressful.
Oh my God, the
5-star.
Let it rip.
5-star has been telling me this all day. He is looking to uppercut your limb. Do not stick out random limbs and think you're gonna get away with it.
Gonna get it. SteelHammer looking good though.
So he went for that whiff jab right there to try to fake. He went for the throw. SteelHammer was smart enough, supered out, but low parry, low forward, Shippu.
Can out footsie Ken. Oh,
that's it.
Wow,
Hit
good
one
check,
right there.
check.
5-star was playing in the World Championship before I ever touched the game. He's an opponent that I've watched as someone who's unbelievably talented and is a joy to watch.
That was great.
That headbutt though. Cross up. Oh, but
Parry's out, gets hit out of it.
Indeed.
this is why this triumvirate here, we stress hit confirming so much. Ken has so many.
Everybody in the game.
No link into super.
Oh,
Oh, no. Missed hit confirm. Punish.
Hey, nice corner push.
Yep.
All right, you're in.
Last chance. Oh, and the EX Fireball takes it.
Can't trade plasma with the shoulder.
That's it.
Just the ability to be able to interact with him and learn from him made the whole experience unbelievably memorable. And I don't know, I mean, I fucking did my shit. He just had mad good shit. He's fucking 5-star.
Jazzy Finale has given a lot of players who have been patiently staying sharp a second chance at glory.
My name is Frankie Nunez. My tag is FrankieBFG, and I play Ken.
FrankieBFG, who's been there in the thick of it for 12 years at this point, grinding away. He was the highest placing American at Canada Cup.
All right, so FrankieBFG on player one side as Ken. Here we go, the classic matchup. Low forward, show you.
Thanks, Kara.
I like Ken because he's cocky. Like, that's why I first started playing him. I love watching MOV Ken, Desh Ken, obviously, Kuroda. I like to think I take certain aspects of all of their Kens and try to like mix it with my own.
You are watching Twitch.tv.
Oh!
You just saw jab super. Parry jab super. The reset.
Oh!
Frankie says no. Frankie said no.
The classic.
Let it rip.
The classic.
Let it rip.
The culture in New York is just to talk shit. If you're talking a whole lot of shit, you have to back it up. So you're gonna bring your A game all the time. Having people around to hold you accountable is something that I don't take for granted, and it's something that's necessary in order to continue to improve. I realize how lucky I am to have had like so many like good players want to make me better, and whenever I see a beginner player, and I see something that they can fix, I'm always like willing to talk to them about it.
And playing long sets with Frankie, not competitive sets because he's so much better than me, but sets where I can learn and we can discuss, and it doesn't matter who wins and loses. Those sets where I'm able to sit in the diner afterwards and talk to him or shoot him a couple text messages have been unbelievably invaluable to me.
Low forward, nothing, low forward again. Yeah, the throw with. No, he leads the
did not
super.
confirm.
He heard the footsteps.
What was that? That was the sickest punishment ever in Third Strike history.
And I'm an open book. You know, I think that like that's my role in the community at this point, is to just be an open book for whoever wants to play the game.
That's kind of how this whole thing works, is someone better than you takes you under their wing, and right now it's pretty much Frankie and Daisuke here in the city who help me the most.
For many American players, their friends and mentors at home are good company and inspiration, but the true gold standard of Third Strike, the highest heights one can aspire to, lie in the birthplace of the game, the hotbed of arcade excellence, Japan.
So anybody who's ever tried to get good at this game has, I hope, at some point watched countless hours of Japanese Third Strike. It's not like Street Fighter V where Punk is the best and he's an American. This game has been dominated since day one by the Japanese.
When I went to Japan the first time, it was a big adjustment. Basically relearning how to play matchups, because I've never played like so consistently against folks who really didn't move forward all that much.
Every co-op, every SBO, American teams, the best American teams fought tooth and nail to qualify, and they got pieced out real early. It was only last year that a team was able to make top 8.
You see players like MLV, the way that they play, they're in this state of never overcommitting their position and always covering multiple options. So they don't have to guess as much.
I think American players don't realize how unsafe certain things are.
Americans hit way too many buttons, myself included. We value momentum. We like to get in each other's heads. We like to dominate mentally and emotionally.
Not only do they play really lame, but if you give them an opening, they're going to take it, they're going to hit you as hard as possible.
Deshken, Nuki, Match, you have Kuroda, you have Yakun, you have Mimura, you have all these players who've taken the characters that we know and love and pushed them to levels that are completely unheard of and obscene.
Asia has its saying, North America has its saying. We wanted to increase the competition level in North America, and this is a great way to do it from the ground up.
Japan's annual Third Strike Major, Cooperation Cup, showcases the highest standard of Third Strike play on Earth. This year, America came back with new lessons and even some new friends.
Nice,
that's
Perry.
good. Should have been Tatsu.
One touch.
Oh!
Let's go,
That
Daisuke. Daisuke's feeling it right now.
So Daisuke was telling me he has a mission to prove he's the best Ryu player in the world.
Okay.
And he knows Cooney's out there.
Daisuke, the best Super Art 1 Ryu in the world, came to New York 4 months ago after placing top 8 at Cooperation Cup with the Los Vatos Locos team. I've played 1,000 Ryus, probably 5,000 Ryus. He's probably the most popular or second most popular character in the game. I've never played anybody who plays that character like Daisuke.
Not the close spheres. This is combo that way. Nice.
Oh, that bait. That was so good.
Corner
Low
pressure.
forward EX. Wow, hits him out of the air.
The way that he plays the game inspires me to play it, not necessarily just to win, but to express myself and to be able to put who I am as a person into the character. This guy is able to rattle off frame data. He has been in situations that I've just seen for the first time hundreds of times.
Okay, nice punish. Nice punish. Very good reaction. And then nice Tatsu. Now you are controlling the game.
The coolest thing about talking to him is that he wants me to know it. He's not stuck in the old American mentality of, I have secret tech and the only way I'm going to beat you is by keeping it secret. He wants me to get better because he wants me to challenge him more so he can get better. And it's just an unbelievable opportunity for us as New Yorkers to have a Japanese player at such a high level come live here, train with us, and teach us.
Want those votes. All right, here we go. FrankieBFG versus BAB.
Ooh,
Daisuke. Let's go. Here we go.
So these two have been slugging it out since Daisuke moved to New York.
Oh, nice uppercut.
What a
Sick.
DP.
Everybody's so engrossed in the match right now. What's going to happen?
And in the scrum, oh wow, Daisuke looking really.
Sean Pierce goes for the EX Hado.
Oh, and the overhead.
That was smart stuff. Even Frankie's like, oh, it worked.
Like, shit,
These adjustments by Daisuke. Oh wow.
Daisuke.
Oh,
dash up. Pierce. EX Fireball.
All of them.
And another one.
Oh my
wow.
God.
Daisuke runs it back.
That's their
Dude, see that adjustment? That is ridiculous.
These
All right,
guys are swinging at
All
each
right,
other.
now we're going to have to see an adjustment from Frankie. Good back throw. Short super, that's going to close it out.
Yep.
All right, Frankie's sitting on game point right now.
That's the first one he's went for, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Frankie hunting for that hit.
Whoa.
Wow.
Does not get it.
Deep hit.
Does not get Again, both players searching for that hit.
that was
whip
The
punish.
walk back.
Frankie on the verge of victory. And gets a dash
that's
strong.
And Frankie puts Daisuke into losers.
Daisuke to losers. Wow. Well fought match.
Well fought.
Definitely.
It took a little bit for me to settle in. Like against Tommy two-step, like I was playing a little bit shaky, but then Daisuke, I think at that point I was already like relaxed and kind of like going through the motions. We play a lot, you know, like we train together. We've been training together for like since he arrived at New York, so I kind of had a clear game plan of like what I wanted to do.
In the halls of American fighting game history, few names come up as often or with as much veneration as Justin Wong.
I'm not even gonna. Oh my God!
I feel kind of bad. Exodus was like, when they announced his name live, they were like, Exodus versus Justin Wong!
Oh, wow.
He's Justin Wong. He needs no introduction. Nobody has won more Street Fighter 3 Third Strike tournaments in American history than Justin Wong. For the last 20 years, nearly every tournament that Justin's entered, he's won or placed top 3 in Third Strike.
Growing up, playing it at the arcades was such a nostalgic feeling. And like literally, like I would be in the arcade with like over 99 game win streaks.
Justin has cemented himself again as the big bad. He is the heel that doesn't really care about the game. He never practices. He doesn't know any tech. He just has good-ass fundamentals.
Justin Wong entered 8 other games at Defend the North, the event hosting the Jazzy Circuit finale. He placed top 3 in all of them.
Oh, I play Chun-Li because she's cheap, but also because, you know, I am a fan of female characters and also characters that move really fast. It was just lucky that she was actually probably the best character in the game.
To have him in the tournament adds a huge layer of credibility. Every time Justin goes to a Street Fighter V tournament that has Third Strike, he enters, and almost every time he wins. And that's against players who are playing exclusively Third Strike nearly 24 hours a day.
My secret for Third Strike is I have pretty good reactions. And obviously also you're playing the best character in the game, Chun-Li.
You have all these other players that have stuck with the game and just been loyal to it, and we're like, screw Street Fighter 4, screw Street Fighter 5, you know, we're old school. And they're still getting wiped by Justin.
There's a small section of the Third Strike scene that doesn't give Justin his due. They say, oh, he's not really a Third Strike player. Oh, he's just in it for the money, or blah, blah, blah.
Especially the people that have lost to Justin in like top 8. I want to see if they can put their money where their mouth is and see if experience and love for the game can trump good-ass fundamentals.
I'm so happy that he's in the tournament because he can shake things up. I mean, nobody has better fundamentals than Justin Wong, and I really want to see what happens when an old school fighting game legend who's a little rusty tries to beat the new breed of hyper-technical Japanese-influenced American Third Strike players like Yuki and Nika. I want to know, like, who's better, Justin or us?
As Jazzy Finale winds down, Frankie must face his ultimate American Ken rival, 5-Star, and Justin will face Ryan B., quite possibly the best Third Strike player America has ever produced.
Super. What's the follow-up?
Fierce.
Oh, it just gets one fierce.
And Ryan's punished that twice, that stand first, so let's see what Justin does.
This is not looking good for Justin Wong.
Definitely not. He's been losing the footsie battle overall. Right now, Ryan's sitting on game point. And Ryan, good card throw.
He takes the throw.
Oh, that's it. Ryan got it.
Ryan
got it. Yep, and that's it. Ryan takes it over Justin Wong.
The Third Strike crowd here.
So I knew that Ryan had it as soon as I saw the low forward coming out.
We got Frankie versus 5-Star. The Ken Mirror. IQ test the Third Strike.
The pressure.
Very good dash throw. That deep jump in roundhouse from Yi. Oh, and
nice
the anti-air from 5-Star.
So
What
if
a
you notice
reaction.
the difference, 5-Star doesn't jump. He'll never put himself in a position where he needs to jump parry something.
Right.
Oh my God.
Is that enough?
He's alive. He's alive. He's alive.
Game scenario. Oh, and the low forward.
Low forward. Frankie's still alive.
It was so perfect.
Way. Not a day.
5 stars pressure right now. It's ridiculous. Oh, but puts himself in the corner. Shoryu. That was ridiculous.
Another throw. Gets it back to the corner. Shoryu. No. Go forward.
Ooh, that was
the lead forward from Yi Wei. And he pops off. He like walks into the crowd. I thought he was about to DDT one of the guys in the crowd.
Yi Wei moving on to the winner's final.
Against 5-star and winners, I had a game plan for him, and I just didn't stick to it. And he ended up getting the better of me, so then I retooled and got the notes again, and I went through them and, regathered myself.
Those guys, and we'll continue the tournament.
Who's up?
Who's up now?
We have KO Fiend versus
SteelHammer.
Dr. SteelHammer.
Dr. SteelHammer.
So, what relentless aggression will we see from KO Fiend?
Very good back throw. Oh, misses the EX. Dr. SteelHammer with the jump roundhouse into the Aegis. Wow, and the overhead. And he's close to stun, and KO Fiend did not confirm that dive kick hitting, but got the punish.
Good taunt for power up. That's game.
Yep. Good throw to the corner. Fireball Aegis. No fireball.
Nice chase down.
Nice overhead. Nice low. Dr. SteelHammer coming back.
He's alive. Both players playing at a very frenetic pace.
Jump jab. What?
Looking for the cross. Nice launcher. Catches him.
Pressing buttons, yes. KO Fiend on game point right now.
Here we go.
Working him to the corner. Nice jump back roundhouse. Wow, grabs him at a low forward there.
Oh my lord.
End game scenario and the punish from KO Fiend. And KO Fiend advances. Very good.
I got eliminated. I got bodied. Second opponent was Jonathan Sung. KO Fiend. Good shit. Keep it running, baby. When I started my journey, my goal was to make it here. It wasn't to win here. Of course, you move the goalposts. Once I qualified, I was like, well, I don't want to go 0-2. But lo and behold, I went fucking 0-2. Would have liked to have won a game so I didn't get last place. But you know what? Last place is better than never having a chance to get first place. So overall, a good experience. And definitely recommend you play Third Strike because it's a good game.
In Loser's Bracket, Frankie has the chance to get some revenge on Justin on the way to top 4.
All right, so folks, Jay Wong on one player's side, FrankieBFG, 2 players' side, Chun-Li versus Ken. Here we go.
Throw?
Yes.
Oh, no DP.
No Dragon Punch. Ooh,
nice
delay.
Like
that was great.
You all saw that delay.
We all just jumped in our seats like, nice delay. Ooh, that delay.
Another delay. Yes.
Yeah, Frankie wants revenge.
Feel it out. Looking for it. That one hit. Confirmed. Low forward.
Oh, no. Barely whiffed on that overhead. Justin trying to go for a parry there.
Short super.
And the delays.
Justin Wong on the ropes.
Uh-oh, Justin Wong on the ropes. Throw again, and Frankie takes it.
Throws. Justin Wong is done.
So has Frankie gotten his revenge or what?
Yeah, he did.
Justin Wong, guys. Justin Wong.
Frankie's Losers Run continues against longtime friend and mentor, Nika KO.
Fake palm, okay.
Wow,
oh my god, okay. I don't know how to play this game.
I don't know how to play this game either.
That was sick.
Teach me how to play this game. It'd be like that.
Oh my god, what a punish!
Great answer from Nika
My
KO.
lord.
And another answer from Frankie. Frankie with the lead.
Frankie wants to give me another game.
Oh!
That cross up.
That was sick.
Good stand shot.
Wow.
Anti-air.
Frankie checking Lloyd right now.
Short this game.
And that is it. That's game. Wow, and FrankieBFG takes it over Nika KO. What an impressive match.
Lloyd, that's like a coin toss that usually goes in his favor, but I was just able to execute on like the little things, that kind of got me through it.
Frankie has found his footing in a loser's run filled with tournament threats. Fortunately for him, double elimination means if you win enough sets, you might earn a shot at redemption.
The purple can.
That royal color can.
Throw
again.
Look at this. Oh, caught the movement. Strong, fierce.
He's guys are both going at it right now.
Oh,
Super, he
punish.
did it. He tried it.
Nice.
Frankie with the first game.
And two players who have downloaded each other. Now it's about who can execute. Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
This time, no delay.
Same side. And Frankie is up 2-0 in losers finals versus 5-star.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Frankie. Oh, can't get the super.
Wow. Oh, my God. Stuffed the overhead with EX Fireball. That was sick.
Right into it.
Down goes.
And Frankie popped off.
He nodding his head saying, you caught me there.
Like I've always been, I think, regarded as like the second best Ken in America, and so it was just nice to validate like my place in the standings. You know, it doesn't mean that I'm better than him just because I won yesterday, but it just means that I'm in the conversation. You know, so like that was important to me.
Now that Frankie has beaten a legend, a mentor, and an inspiration, all in the span of an hour, he must immediately play Ryan Let Blood Run Bracamonte, who was the anchor player on Los Fatos Locos, the first American team to ever place top 8 at Co-op Cup.
We're at grand finals right now.
Yep, the Jazzy Circuit finale. It's grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. Now remember, folks, Frankie's got to win 2 sets of 3 out of 5.
Footsies!
Oh my God, these footsies!
Oh, the forward.
Ryan
Ryan takes game 1.
Both trying to get that perfect hit.
Oh, that hit. Oh, no.
That's game. Ryan goes up 2-0. Yes.
But it's kind of hard going in on a wall, you know?
Indeed. Right now, Frankie's showing huge signs of life.
Good throw.
Same side.
Nice throw. Okay.
Good throw.
Frankie
Yes.
looks like he wants to give us more games. Throw.
Wow, Ryan.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Okay. Frankie
Ryan was going a little nuts right there. All right, Frankie's on the board.
Fierce, yes.
Nice fierce punish. Throws him into the corner. Ooh.
Stops the jump away.
And right now we got Ryan on tournament point.
Right.
Stop it. Do not let him advance.
All right, and Frankie trying to keep Ryan into the corner. Oh,
That's
but
game.
this time, and
That's
that's it. All right, your Jazzy Circuit champion is Ryan.
Let blood run.
Let blood run.
After Ryan.
He got the belt. He's got the
He's got the belt.
We got FrankieBFG!
Overall, it's like we've gotten to the point in America where it really is a matter of like execution rather than skill, because there's so many people who are around the same level, you know, so it could have easily gone either way in so many of those matchups in top 8 and top 16. So, you know, it was just my day up until I got to Ryan.
I don't think I can ever quit. I feel like even if I stop playing competitively, I'll still like play it if I'm at an arcade. That's what I grew up on, right? The fact that I've been playing Third Strike for over 20 years, I mean, it's pretty insane. And I think I'll just always keep playing. Even if I'm like 60, 70, I might suck at 60 to 70, but I think I'll still press some buttons, you know what I mean?
A lot of my good friends are, you know, that I met through the Third Strike scene and, you know, playing tournaments and going to events. But there's a lot of talented people in this room right now. And it's different walks of life, different professions. Like I'm a teacher, some people are in IT, other people are artists.
Through playing, I've learned more about myself. I've learned what it takes to get to the point where you're able to compete in a skill on a national level. I'm not the best player in America. A lot of people are like, how the hell did SteelHammer even get here? But I got here because I worked my goddamn ass off. To be able to put your heart and soul into something and fail over and over and over again, it builds character. I've overcome challenges through this game. I've learned humility. I've learned to control my ego.
This is like peak American Third Strike in history right now. And you can tell because like players like KO Fiend and Justin who used to dominate, we're having close matches now, you know, like everybody is on the same playing field. You know, we've gotten, you know, advice from Japanese players who use our characters, so like we're coming back with that knowledge and we're sharing it.
Just remember, folks, it's not done without players like you. So again, do your best, support your local scenes, go out to events, meet new people, network, and just keep the scene alive. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, keep the scene alive. Hopefully this inspires more people elsewhere to do retro events. Like we didn't have any support until Maturino got involved. And, shouts to Maturino once again. They're throwing in so much money in the FGC.
All right.
At the time of this project's release, a massive effort to contain the coronavirus has gaming events big and small postponed indefinitely. But someday, the Jazzy Circuit, like everything else, will hopefully return, wiser and grateful for lessons learned and hours practiced.
So just giving the scene structure, it allows for people to plan better, to attend more tournaments. It gives us a clear off season. It gives us time to recoup, and then it gives us a clear time where we need to start up again. For next season, I'm expecting more people to show up in more places. I expect a lot more traveling.